Welcome back, Berserkers. This is day 2 of us working on the Tomahawk. So, as a recap, we got it all nice and shiny. We need to tweak the angle on the blade real quick, but other than that, going to be ready for heat treat, touch mark, and I got something special planned. Let's see if that'll work out. Also, let's talk about handle material. This is just a regular 2x4. I cut it, and I'm going to put both flat sides together, cut a groove down the middle, and then shape it to the form of a handle. And it doesn't look like much now, but I'll make it real pretty. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I noticed that there's too much meat right here on the top of the eye. So I'm just going to even that out. So I'm just take some off. Probably help if I had it in the vise correctly. That's more better. So I know it only cuts forwards, but I like to rub the teeth across it first. That way I can actually get a good bite in going that way. Oh, and tapping it helps clean the file teeth up so it doesn't get so caked up. Nice little trick that I learned from watching one of Jay Nielsen's videos. But at the same time, don't tap it too hard. Broke the tip of my file. So yeah, there's that. Alright, Berserkers, it's the next day. So let's talk handle material. I have these 2 blocks of wood. The other one's sitting in the vise, ready to go. What I'm going to do is first clean this up because I don't want to inhale any of that. But going to cut a groove in there. That way when we mold the 2 together, it's going to create a perfect hole that you can actually smoke out of. So let's get right into it. Alright, so it's real simple. Just going to use a chisel with a bevel in there like that. Nice little hollow. And we're going to make this look as clean as possible using a little 11-ounce hammer, nothing too crazy. Probably help if I tighten that down some more. But the goal is to have a nice long scroll, unlike what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so now we have the initial groove cut in. Let's get a little bit close up. There we go. Okay, let's actually bring it closer. There we go, that's better. So now that we have that initial groove in, let's go ahead and make it a little bit deeper, because you want a nice channel. Don't want anything clogging it up. As you can tell, I'm super experienced in this. Alright, round two. Go ahead and get this centered as the eyeball will let me. Alright, there we go. Now let's go ahead and clean the oil spots off of this from the vise, and we'll get back onto the heat treat of the Tomahawk head. Homegirl's hot. It's good though. Good times here only. Alright, so we're going to try something new today. Man, y'all can hardly see that. So, I've got some markings on here. Just some light blueprints of what I'm going to try and do. So, I'm going to try and make the pipe a dragon, like a Nordic dragon. So I'm gonna try and inlay some copper into it, a little bit of brass, and maybe even some garnets. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Alright, Berserkers, so we just pulled the Tomahawk head. It's still pretty warm. We just pulled the Tomahawk head out of the tempering oven because it was just way too hard to even try and engrave. So it's pretty late in the day now. Gonna go ahead and call it a night until tomorrow, but already you can tell that it has a lot better shape to it. So yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow. Short recap on what we did as far as engraving. You can't really see that, but I started engraving some teeth in there, some nostrils on top, and an eyeball on the side. What we're going to focus on today is all the small things. We're going to work on engraving the dragon. I mean, kind of a little bit of something going on there. It's starting to come out, but we're going to see if now that it's tempered, I can actually get some deeper engraving in there. And possibly some inlays, which was the main goal, but it was way too hard last time. So let's get right into it. Alright, so let's see. We got some better engraving done. A little bit deeper. You can kind of make out the mouth shape. Did better on that side. For whatever reason, don't know, but got a little bee in there, and then my bear paw. So this stuff is way too hard to inlay some copper or whatever into. I'm just gonna stick with it being engraved. So let's go ahead and start grinding on this and work on the handle. Then we'll be able to get everything fitted up. So the epoxy isn't really gonna, I mean, it's gonna hold it together, yes, but I'm gonna put some pins in here just for a mechanical bond because, I don't know, I just want it to be secure. But just gonna go ahead and put that on both sides. But yeah, you could find this 5-minute epoxy at any big box hardware store, so it's out there. It's just usually in the paint section. Weird enough. There we go. Get that lined up. Now we're going to put our little clamps on. Now let's just let it sit. Alright, so due to user error, I didn't have my mic on the whole time I was filming today. So, short recap, last you saw I was gluing the handle up. So what I did was I put copper pins in it. I put 6 copper pins in it. I shaped it, and I also burned it and rubbed it down with boiled linseed oil. From there, I drilled a hole. Excuse me. From there, I drilled a hole through there, through the pipe, into the actual handle. That way I can get a draw from it. So now that's all that's left to do is sharpen the blade, and it'll be ready to smoke.
Along the plains of Mexico, well, give her up and away we'll go away, Santiana. Give her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico, Santiana. Away, Santiana. We left him buried off Cape Horn. Along the plains of Mexico.
Pretty sharp. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it took some hairs off. I don't have very much arm hair. Alright, Berserkers, so the pipe tomahawk is complete, and it works. Essential for every heathen / gentleman. So, thank y'all for making it to the end of the video. Y'all have a good night.